Black Friday. A lot of people have in mind what happens here with the phones, where of course we see other shops maybe even experience damage to property, doors broken and all, because people just want to get that particular phone that they've been saving for from January. And I understand even when we start, of course, to look at, let's give Zambians an opportunity to own land back then, which is like 5 years ago. The idea was, we understand to say from January to December, people work and people save money. And there's nothing that may be so satisfying than to end the year with a gift of land. And just like people do when they rush to those shops and buy that phone, buy that laptop, maybe buy that trousers, whatever it is that maybe most of these over-the-counter shops will put up for Black Friday. People can still do the same with regards to land. And over the years, I think from 2020 to now, we've experienced a number of times where we list properties for Black Friday. They say we talk about them on a week like today, and we are saying, no, maybe next week we start the site visits. Even way before the site visits, clients rush to come through and inquire on these particular properties. Others will even tell you to say, no, in a little bit time next week, let me get this particular property this time around. And you know, these are conversations that then when we started, give us hope and realize to say people want land as much as they would want those particular gadgets that they get from those shops. And you know, in most times, back then, before these particular periods, you know, buying a farm was something which required you to save up quite some amount of money before you can actually get to afford that particular farm. And we looked at all possible ways of how can we get to make sure to say Zambians get to own land. And in most times, you know, when you look at what was there, people would wait until they get to retirement before they can, of course, have some sort of cash, which would be enough for them to afford a farm in Chongwe, a farm in Kanakatapa, and a lot of famous blocks that we had then. But this particular Black Friday, like you see, the products that were floated and what we are floating now, you really say there were new areas that we targeted to sack, as opposed to when someone maybe has money, they are sent to say, no, we're going to farm. So we brought land closer to the people, farms in areas where people just saw to say, maybe but there's this village and there's all those. Those are areas which were targeted, and we ensured to say land was made available for people to buy.
Mr. Zaza, he said it in a lot of words. Let me also just try to push in my 2 cents worth. How did we come up with this, or why did we come up with this? I think the shortest way, Mr. Zaza, to explain it is that Horizon Properties is a landlord. You see, we come on the platform and we don't follow the rules. You come to us first, you find that we follow the rules correctly. But what I mean is that we do not follow the status quo. We push the envelope literally to the boundaries, and we embrace thinking outside the box. So just like the coordinator started this by saying, look, off-the-counter products, you line up for Black Friday and everything, and we thought, you know what? The market is limited. They're limited to buying clothes, as they say, phones, and maybe even cars. But why isn't this then extended to land? And that's our field. Why should we wait for anybody else to open this field up but ourselves? And we are the right people for it. We've got the structure, infrastructure, and the systems to allow that. So then we're like, you know what? Let us do it. And that's what we did. And also this married into the aspect of what we talk about of Timabweta Ponta. At 40, own at least 40 properties, you know? But then we say all of these things, no, come, but no, don't just have your NRC and whatnot, but have a piece of Zambia as well, to come, but I'm actually a true nationality of the country. But then what did we do to say, okay, you know what, we're actually implementing this? Mr. Zaza went out of our way and said, you know what, let us do this Black Friday thing as well. Let us extend it beyond Shabima off-the-counter products. Let us introduce Black Friday to the things that actually matter. And that's how come we went and brought in the Black Friday aspect as well.
Yes, and just in addition, I think as my colleagues have alluded earlier, I think another point that we should also not forget is that Horizon Properties we have always stayed true to our loyal clients, those that have actually trusted us to be at their service, and also just to give back to those that have always supported us, because we have been on this market for a while now, and it's always imperative that we give back to those that have always supported us. So we're looking at which opportunity would actually save us that honor actually for us to give back to our clients. And we realized that Black Friday was actually a good opportunity for us to pay back to those clients that have always supported our business. And we can actually confirm, that this has become a yearly calendar at Horizon Properties. Every year, people are looking forward to what will Horizon Properties put up for Black Friday. That has always motivated us to say, those that are supporting us and those that are just coming on board, they should at least have an opportunity for them to get more value for their money. And Black Friday has always been that time for us to actually give more value for people's money. Okay, so when you come to Horizon Properties during this time, you are guaranteed that you are getting land at discounted rates, but at least more value for your money. I think another point I would like also just to expand was the point that I think Mr. Rutanda also mentioned. Horizon Properties, we have always endeavored to be innovators in our industry. Okay, so we wanted to demonstrate innovation, because you need to understand that Black Friday, like you mentioned, that it is commonly known for very affordable products, such as phones, laptops, what people can easily afford. Okay, so for us to demonstrate innovation in the property industry, we realized that we needed to break down our properties, more especially our farms, into reasonable quantities that would be more affordable to those people that even can be first-time buyers. Okay, here it's a young couple that just recently got married. They are very anxious and they are very ambitious. They want to invest into land. Okay, but when they scan through on the market, they realize that most of the products are way beyond what they can afford at that particular time. But at Horizon Properties, we were innovative enough to make sure that let us present the same products that we do sell on daily basis, but in a more affordable packages for people to afford. Okay, so if you are looking for land where you can be newly a couple, you can be just maybe you're starting with, and you are looking at your salary that you are getting, and you feel I cannot manage maybe to get a property that is worth 500,000, for example. But Black Friday presents you an opportunity for you to get land that is more affordable and more ideal at a time when you can afford. Like Adrian said, we don't have to wait for retirement for us to come and take advantage of these products. We can still get these products whilst we're still working. But I think another question that we didn't tackle on the aspect of how has it changed people, those that are getting land now. I think when you look at the Black Friday, like who have mentioned, Adrian mentioned it, Lutanda mentioned it, and I equally mentioned it, that now people are taking advantage. This platform has actually made people to be planning ahead. Okay, because they know to say every Black Friday, Horizon Properties has got something that is more affordable. So now people are budgeting from January on. They are just saving not until November so that they can get land at affordable terms when they come to Horizon Properties. So this has now actually made a lot of people to be getting land around this time, because we have changed, we have redefined that narrative. I think another point that I would like to make mention also is that it has also encouraged people to know where true value is. Which assets can they go for? Because remember, people have always compared. I was laughing the other day on social media when a person posted to say, please, can you call your boyfriend to come and pick you up using a plot? Okay, so here's a debate where people are thinking it's better I buy a car instead of investing in land. Okay, but I think Black Friday has proved otherwise. People now are more focused in getting land than them prioritizing getting a car. I think this is the narrative that we have changed now.
Interesting. Okay. Now we're joined by Chance and Florence, also from Horizon Properties. Ladies, good evening to you and welcome to the program. Okay. Now, last week on the show, we touched on the profile of the areas to feature this year. Could you share some of the price points or the offers that clients can look forward to this time around?
Thank you. So in Chongwe, we have 5-acre plots going at 90,000 kwacha only. So like my colleague alluded, it's a giveaway. We are giving back. So 90,000 gets you the 5-acre plots in Chongwe, Pango area. This area is just about 13 kilometers from Greatest Road. The road is good. Whether you have a small car, you have a big car, you have to get to your farm and get back into Lusaka and carry on with your business. Then we just a few kilometers from Chongwe town, we have an area called Chitemalesa. Chitemalesa, the 5-acre plots are going at 75,000 kwacha only. Please come through, especially ladies. You've seen we're in the studio. Those that are watching us on Facebook, you've seen ladies are in the studio today. So please, ladies, come in numbers. Young ladies, come in numbers. We are the mothers of this land. Come in numbers and let's secure the future by buying properties from Horizon Properties. Then we also have
also just a minute, Florence, and I think we need to stress the fact that these parcels of land, they are going for a massive discounted prices. Okay, she mentioned the Chongwe Mpango land that was selling. This under the normal pricing, the market value, these actually are going for 150,000 kwacha. So during the Black Friday, people are saving about 60,000 kwacha.
That's a major slash there.
60,000 kwacha. So instead of you waiting to get this land at 150,000 kwacha, you can actually get it during this Black Friday at 90,000 kwacha, 5 acres. And especially those that are geared to actually start farming, or rather to engage into farming activities during this farming season as it is just starting now. This is an opportunity for them because one, you'll be saving a 60,000 on 5 acres that you can get in Chongwe. Second, it will be an opportunity for you actually to grow your own food that you can actually eat even the entire year next year. Okay, so come and save that 60,000 on the Chongwe Mpango 5 acres that we have. Like my colleague mentioned, this land is just about 13 kilometers from the Greatest Road on a very good gravel road. So in terms of moving your produce from the farm to your place, or rather to your market, actually you are guaranteed that you're not going to have any difficulties. So this is actually the right time for you to jump on board and get take advantage of these parcels of land. Sorry, Florence, I just wanted to add that.
He needed to emphasize. All right, Florence, let's continue.
These are the heads of the family, so we needed to emphasize.
Indeed. That emphasis is very important.
So like I said, the mothers, we plan, and these are our heads. They are the ones that give us the money. So ladies in homes, you're hearing me, please make sure we push our husbands and our fiancés. Yeah. So there's also Chiwombo, which is off Great North Road, just about 200 meters from Chiwombo Clinic. So please come through and support us. We've always been grateful for the support that we've received every year during Black Friday. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and these Chiwombo farms, this Black Friday will be selling for 100,000 kwacha for 10 acres. And it's also important to note to say these particular farms that we have in Chiwombo for Black Friday are actually road front of a smooth gravel road. So you don't have to worry about tires, motoka and all that. Be rest assured to say what you're buying in Chiwombo is right on the road, on the newly done, of course, gravel road. And for all those that know Chiwombo, I think Chiwombo, the evidence in terms of it being area lies right on the road as you drive on the Great North Road. So many farm produce which is up for sale, watermelons, we have butternuts, tomatoes, you can name it, because of the rich black soils that are in Chivombo. So if you're someone who's been dreaming, of course, of owning a piece of land in Chivombo, this particular Black Friday, we have 10 acres of land which you can buy at only 100,000 kwacha this Black Friday.
Okay, so we have more products for sale that is along Great East Road, and one of them is the Chinyunyu farmland. Those are 5 acres going for 50,000 kwacha only this Black Friday. The Chinyunyu farmland is located 24 kilometers from Great East Road on a very good gravel road, and so this is an ideal time for an average Zambian to actually own land this Black Friday. Along Great North Road, we have Chisamba, that's 5 acres going for 75,000 kwacha only. That's 9 kilometers from Wachisompola turnoff. Power is in close proximity. The land is ideal for any type of farming. So this Black Friday, do come through and buy from Horizon Property, buy affordable land that is genuine also.
Yeah, and just I've got particular interest on the Chisamba one. No, please bear with me.
Right.
I think the Chisamba one, it's very, very actually close to Chisamba town, because we're talking about 9 kilometers from Mwachsompola market, and the road is very good network, and power is just in close proximity. Okay, and these 5 acres on the open market currently they are being sold at 120,000 kwacha. Okay, so now if you come during the Black Friday, you are saving about 45,000 kwacha. That 45,000 kwacha you can use it to actually start developing your farm. Okay, so if you are someone that is looking for a farm along the Great North Road and you are eager to actually embark on farming during this farming season, I would actually encourage you to come for the Chisamba 5 acres, because these 5 acres actually are very close to the tarmac, and the road network is very good. The network aspect in terms of calls and everything, the network is very active and very strong, and power is very close actually to the parcels of land that we're selling. So if you want to connect your farm, power is nearby. In terms of movements, moving your produce from the farm to the market, because Mwachsompola market is just nearby, and if you're moving your produce to the market, you have the market nearest. Okay, and if you want to move your products to your house, if you are just farming for consumption, the road network is very good. So please come for the Chisamba farm plots, because this actually it will be a huge market.
Okay, we're going to take a little short break for the headlines at 19. We will continue with this conversation right here on Hot FM. Good station.
Picture this, you are hungry and you're craving something different.
Want to list with us? Here's how to get started. Step 1. Call or visit our offices.
As Zambia celebrated 60 years of independence and personal
Our friendly team is ready to guide
we
you
at
through
Horizon
the process
Properties, we
and answer
understand
any questions
that
you
real
may have.
freedom includes
Step
ability
2.
to own land.
Schedule a
It's a
property
dream
inspection.
that many aspire
We'll
to.
assign one of our
Nothing
experienced
beats
sales
the importance of
executives to
owning
visit
a
and
piece
assess your
of
property.
this beautiful
You can
country.
either pick up
That's
the
why this
agent from
November
our
we'll bring
office
you
or
massive
arrange
Black
a
Friday
convenient
promotion
meeting
of
point.
land
This
across the
step
country.
helps us
We have
understand the property's
vast land,
location,
both
features,
untitled
and
titled to
conditions.
sell this Black
Step
Friday
3.
at a
Property
very
assessment
discounted
and
rate
price
for
advice
you,
during the
our
inspection.
customers.
Our sales
Don't wait to
executives
buy
will
land.
inspect the
Buy land
property
and
and
build
its
it.
extent. Based on the market trends, location, and condition, the sales executive may offer guidance on a suitable asking price. Step 4. Signing the mandate once everything is in order. You, the vendor, will sign a mandate agreement, officially authorizing us to market and sell the property on your behalf. Step 5. We start marketing your property. After the mandate is signed, our team begins the marketing process immediately, listing your property on various platforms and reaching out to potential buyers. Let us help you sell with confidence, transparency, and professionalism. Call us on +260 211 260422 or +260 211 226 902. Horizon Properties, the real property merchant.
Attack spot Israelis. And in sports, Bafana coach Hugo Broom says Saturday's international friendly Zambia in Kibera is a must-win for his team.
This is Property Focus Radio program brought to you by Horizon Properties. Now, before we took that break there, Florence as well as Chansa had got into giving us, some areas where clients can actually look forward to buying during this Black Friday period. I'm going to bring in Chansa once again because she didn't obviously finish giving us a couple of areas. Chansa, you can continue.
Thank you so much, Nono. Okay, so we also have a farmland in Kembe, that is on the northern side of Zambia. That's 10 acres going for 100,000 kwacha. And the Kembe farmland is located near the Kembe Ranch, which is just about 1.6 kilometers from the main gravel road. So this land is also ideal for any type of farming, and I would encourage everybody out there to come through on Friday. You can also call me on 0776409841. That's 0776409841 for any of these pieces of land. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and just to add on what, of course, you said, for those that will be wondering where Kembe is and are interested in this particular piece of land. So if you're driving on the Great North Road, you get to a point where you find a police post on the right and the tarmac on the left, which we call Old Mumba Road. Others call that particular space, that particular place, as Landless Corner. So you drive on that tarmac for a number of kilometers on the tarmac. Where the tarmac ends, you proceed with a newly done gravel road, which is smooth as well. And it gets you to where we have this particular farm. So that particular road is a very important road as it links you to a number of markets, either Mumbwa, coming back to Lusaka, or other spaces nearby where you can actually get to sell your produce from your farm. The soils are equally good, and this particular area, I think, is also blessed, receives a good amount of rainfall each time, of course, we experience the rainy season. And there's no better plan than to get a farm for 100,000 kwacha, which is 10 acres in Kembe, this Black Friday. And then another exciting one, which we have this Black Friday in Chongwe, is still in Mpango. These are 2.5 acres, which we are selling for 45,000 kwacha this Black Friday. So don't miss out on the Chongwe Mpango farms, which are 2.5 acres for 45,000 kwacha this Black Friday. So at first, of course, we mentioned the 5 acres, which are going for 90,000 kwacha this Black Friday, but we also have 2.5 acres of land in Mpango, 13 kilometers from the Greatest Road, for sale this Black Friday. And the numbers to call, of course, is 0972-604611 for these particular listings in Chongwe Mpango this Black Friday.
All right. Now, will the promotion cover both farmland and residential plots, and are there also houses or rentals included this year?
Okay, so during this year's Black Friday, I think we were actually strategic. We are just focusing on farmlands. Okay, so we understand that people have got different reasons for them to buy property, but we believe that each one of us actually should have a fair share of this country. And if you start with a farm, definitely you have actually a reasonable space that you'll be owning within Zambia. So if you are looking for a farm you want to buy, I think this is the right time. And by being strategic, I mean that if you followed through our ladies when they were actually unveiling these particular portions of land, you realize that there's quite a number of them along the Great East Road, and there's a number of them along the Great North Road. So depending on your preference or depending on where you are staying, if you are staying closer to the Great East Road, we would actually urge you to get a piece of land along the Great East Road. Remember, farms, it's always good if actually you can get to your farm within the shortest possible time, because one, it will help you to monitor what you are doing on your farm. Are you keeping animals? Are you growing crops? So if you have actually easy access to your farm from where you are staying to the farm, you can actually be going there more often, because most of the mistakes that people would make, you find that you are here, you are buying a farm far away from where you are staying. As a result, it becomes a bit difficult for you, or a bit challenging for you to actually monitor what is happening on your particular farm. In as much as you can have people on your farm, but it is always important that you actually have easy access to your farm for the purposes of you monitoring, and also just you to keep on doing different activities at a go. Because remember, we're talking about 5 acres. 5 acres is actually a reasonable space for you to do a number of activities on your farm. You can be keeping animals, you can be growing crops, and depending on which crops you would want to venture in, maybe those can be maybe seasonal crops. It's very easy for you to actually monitor your farm. That is why we are very strategic as Horizon Properties to give you on both fronts. Okay, if you're looking for a farm along the Great North Road, we have Chisamba there. Okay, we have got Chibombo, we have got Kembe. So these are options that you have. All what you need to do is that come to Horizon Properties, join the site visits, and go on the ground, appreciate how these farms are. If you're looking for a farm along the Great East Road, you have got Temarisa, you have got Chongo itself, you have got Chinyunyu. Okay, so these are options that you can consider. So as you are planning, and those that are listening to us, these are options because there are quite a number of them. Okay, so if you want a farm along the Great East Road, come through to Horizon Properties. My number is 077-9707-215. I'll repeat the number, 077-9707-215. That number, you can actually give us a direct call, you can send us a normal message, you can actually send us a text on WhatsApp. We'll be able to respond and schedule an appointment with you for you to actually go on the ground and appreciate how these farms are. Remember, this is an opportunity for you to get on the ground so that you can grow your own food and even do a surplus so that you can actually share with other extended family members.
Yeah, and just to add on what he said, when he started the show, of course, he mentioned the issues of affordability. And I know sometime back this year, there was a time when we dwelled so much on land banking, and of course we moved on to even advocate for people to just buy land and just plant trees and that. And so many times I think on the show, we've also mentioned to say you need to buy land before people get there, or buy land before people actually get to actualize or maybe realize the value of those particular parcels of land. And this particular Black Friday, where we've given you funds, gives you that opportunity for you to actually get to own land. We look at the parcels of land that are listed for sale. These are areas which are close to Lusaka, areas which you can get to, let's say in an hour's time, like Derek said, 1 hour 30 minutes time, or at most, maybe the furthest farm will only take you about 2 hours for you to get there. And like I've always mentioned on the show, land is a limited resource. Limited in such a way that I am a parcels of land that people are buying which are close to Lusaka. Bakagola and Shaen. So those that will be privileged to buy this year, these particular farms that we are selling this year on Black Friday, when they buy, definitely those that will want to procrastinate and say no, Zagola next year, you will have to move further. Because if these are buying farms, let's say in Pango, at 13 kilometers, definitely you who's coming next year, because a number of people will come in and buy, you'll be going to 20 kilometers next year, or maybe 30 kilometers next year, because everything that is in between, of course, will be taken by people who would have come this year. And you know, so many times people like to say, the next year. The issue is what we are selling this year is not what we'll be selling next year. And definitely what we are selling, the price that we're selling at this year is not the price that we'll be selling next year. And an opportunity has been created. We've just gotten into the rent system. We've experienced the rents. You still have time to come on board, get a farm, and of course get to plant something on that particular farm. And only God knows, next year you will stop buying many meal. So these are opportunities that we bring to you. I understand as we started the show, we spend some time, of course, to explain this particular promotion that people have. Do not shy away. Bantu wamakonda night before the site visit, but Friday, usiku 21 hours, muri lutanda. Even if the day was to come up on the radio talking about this particular farm, can I join tomorrow? No, the time is now. Information is being given, and the time to get in touch is now. Like I said, get these particular parcels of land now. Do not procrastinate. Because next year, still your family is a Let me around
And actually, maybe before Rutanda comes in, I think what we need to understand is that also those that are looking forward to do land banking, this is an opportunity. Because if you're going to look at the prices that we have during this year's Black Friday, we're talking about land being reduced by 60,000 kwacha. Okay, so if you are listening to us, you have a group, Munachilimba, or you have got a village banking, as Banamayo, as our lady Florence mentioned, this is an opportunity for you to actually come. Don't just save money. If you are putting money together and you want to share, you would rather come and participate in this year's Black Friday at Horizon Properties, because you'll be buying land where you're banking on that land, and in no time that land will gain value. Okay, like we mentioned last week, Lusaka is being expanded. Government has a plan that started from 2023 to 2045, which is called the Regional Development Plan. And we mentioned here that government has included these neighboring districts of Lusaka. We say it's part of them. Chibombo is part of them. Chilanga is part of them. Kafua is part of them. Now, if you're going to get a farm from Chibombo, you are guaranteed that the expansion of Lusaka would actually give that particular piece of land that you're going to buy in Chibombo more value. If you're going to get a farm in Chongwe, which is in Mpango area, you are guaranteed that actually Chongwe is part of the plan that government has in terms of expanding the city of Lusaka, meaning you're going to gain more value for that particular piece of land that you're buying now. Okay, you're getting a farm in Mpango area at which is a 5 acre at 90,000 kwacha, if I'm not mistaken. But when you actually leave that particular piece of land a few years from now, you realize that actually that piece of land will gain value, because that is the direction where Lusaka is expanding to. So please don't sleep on this year's Black Friday, because like we said, these farms were strategically picked to give you an advantage as someone who would buy now.
Mr. Zaza, I think I just wanted to place emphasis on what Mr. Katongo Derek mentioned, of which the point of him saying we were very strategic this year. And I think in the first question when you asked us about the packaging and the initiative behind Black Friday, we mentioned that, you see, it's not just a thing of bringing commodities and trying to be part of the hype, but it's also giving back and being intentional and deliberate in what we say about wanting more Zambians to own more than just the NRC Kambat. This is my identity, I'm a Zambian. But to Kambat, Apple Pajaona Jamabiko nearly 4, maybe others are more funnier shaped, maybe Mabiko nearly 7. That land is mine. You see? Now that's your identity as a Zambian. So as a result, you asked here saying, are we going to have residential plots? Are there also, of course, rental houses and matters of that sort? Mr. Zaza, Patenzo Ganiza, you know what? Let us, we always talk about land banking and we want people to have huge parcels of land. Let us do exactly just that. So we did away with residential plots, 20 by 30 for this promotion, of course. We did away with 20 by 30 and whatnot. We went for acres and acres. We're talking about 5 acres. In other cases, you're getting 10 acres and more space really. And you can get as much as 50 acres if you like to take advantage of the low pricings that we have. So this is what this was about, to promote land banking in people, not just that to go to come, but no. Do land banking, we will land here, no, but we've helped you do this further by lowering the prices, not kuchabet mugule, nakamba markets, I'm just saying it again. No chabet mugule, what did you call that last week? Skide. No, not chabet mugule skide, or you know, all these electronics and other commodities, but no, tabwesa manje land for Black Friday as well. So at least your money can compete with a lot of commodities. Beyond that, Mr. Zaza Tenzokamba, you know what? Let us get back to farming our own food. You know, let us not chat about every time Tigani is a supermarket or kugula unga every time, but no. Tikaziga Isako also. Replenish the food basket, as Mr. Bewe Adrian mentions, or rather calls it out to be. Replenish the food basket by actually being a producer as well, more than just a consumer, and then you're there complaining, no, prices are rising, food commodities are expensive. What are you doing about it? Mr. Zaza, what are you doing about it? So, Manje, to help you in this issue, so you know what we're going to do? We'll supply you with the land at a cheap price. No come back, my expert, what you can farm and what you can do. But he said, we're going to supply you the land. It's reliable, it is safe, this is not a risky investment, scam-free, and all the paperwork being entered. That's what we bring to the table. That's what this promotion was about. And also, just one other thing. It was also about long-term benefit, Mr. Zaza. Let's say my rental houses here, let's say a rental is going, maybe it's in Chilanga, it's going at 6,000. Then for Black Friday, but you know what? The first month, is in Kalepa 3,000. Then after Black Friday, Muzambo Lipla Madongo renters. But what benefit is that to you in the long term, in the long run? There is nothing. Manja Patabatamguli Sand land that is supposed to be going at 150,000. Off Black Friday is going at 150,000. This is the Kembe land. But for Black Friday, no. We're actually removing a 50,000, Lipilancha 100,000 for 10 acres. You see? And then what's the concept that we talked about last week? The moment Magula land at its market value, right? The moment you buy it, as time goes by, it appreciates in value. Yes? Beyond Shabat, no, now you own a piece of Zambia and all of that. Yes, but now we're talking about value appreciation. So you're getting an asset that appreciates in value. Magula skidele or Magula camera or whatever it is, Vovala, whatever it is. The moment Maicho Sabe from the shop, kuliko na amenities that no, if you don't remove the tag, you can return it. But the moment you remove the tag, wawasha tovala, Mr. Zaza, value yago. Kapena unagula that pair of jeans at 500 kwacha. Best believe that you're not going to get a 500 kwacha back if you're selling it to the most. And the kapena mzako wakukonda as I 50. But best believe you're selling it at 250, Mr. Zaza. You see? Motoka, the moment you get it off the runway or the showroom, kapena unaigula at 300,000 kwacha. 20%. Naeve is not Jabba Tundine, this is what it says. This is what is on the market. The moment you buy it, the name is now changed. The white book has your name on it. Mr. Zaza, 20% value drop. Manje, here's what we're saying. In Kembe, the land is going at 150,000 kwacha, 10 acres. Tiglis at 100,000 kwacha. So already, that is 1/3 appreciation in value the moment you buy it. The moment Black Friday, it's at 150,000 kwacha, you got it at 100,000 kwacha. What does that mean? You now have, or rather gained in value, a 50,000 kwacha. And this is what we're bringing to the table. I don't know if people appreciate this or actually understand what we're saying here, but what we're saying is this. Don't wait to buy land. Buy land and wait. It has been emphasized that land is infinite. As a result, places in eventually close, and then you shall go further and further in the outskirts. So buy land now.
Okay, let's look at numbers here. Is there a limited number of plots available under the Black Friday deals, and how fast do these usually sell? Is there anything specific?
Okay, I think plots, like we mentioned, there are no any specific plots that are actually being floated for Black Friday. I think we shall justice. No, if not just at least alert our listeners, just a few residential plots that we have outside Black Friday. Anyway, please, we want to be categorical. These residential plots are not falling under Black Friday, but for maybe you are tuned in because you just want to hear where we have some residential plots so that you can come forward. We have a fast moving site, where plots are actually going really crazy. We have a site in Lusaka West, which is Westwood area. There we have got 20 by 30 plots going for only 65,000 kwacha, 3 kilometers off Mungwa Road. So if you're looking for a plot in Lusaka West, please, you're wasting time. Come and take advantage of the site that we have in Westwood. These are 20 by 30 plots going for 65,000 kwacha. These plots are on title and it's a new site, but in a very fast developing area. So you are actually delaying right now because people that have actually seen this site are getting more than one plot. So please come and have a share of this site as well. Away from Westwood, we also have plots in Kafue, which is Kafue Estate, which is C7. There we have 20 by 30 plots as well on title. A very good site. A lot of people have bought, people have built, people are living there. So you are not just buying in a site that is just bare land. People have actually settled there. So if you are looking for a plot in Kafue, and by the way, a lot of people are working in Osaka, but they are living in Kafue. So come through to Horizon Properties. Our plots in Kafue, they are going for 75, going for 25,000 kwacha only. So if you're someone that is looking for a plot below 50,000, we have 50 by 50 plots going for 25,000 kwacha. And then within the same site, we also have 1 acre plots, okay? 1 acre plots going for 38,000 kwacha. Again, below 50,000 kwacha. So please, if your budget is within what we have mentioned in Stumbeko, please come forward and be able to take advantage of these affordable plots in Stumbeko.
And also just to mention, more on the same lines of limited number of plots, or even say lots now, yes? Mr. Zaza, beyond just mentioning the plots that are available, but what is also available on Black Friday? You see, land is finite, meaning we don't manufacture land, it is already there and it is to a certain extent limited. So what we have on Black Friday, it isn't that we have so many plots and we've just been offloaded, but these sites have a number of lots that are available for Black Friday. So it is about the people that are going to come first, that are going to be served, and if these lands, or rather these lots of or parcels of land, finish in said areas, then that place will be sold out for Black Friday. So we encourage people to, of course, take advantage of these lots this Black Friday as well. Otherwise, Kulibat, no, taking 100, so all the 100 need to be sold. No, there's a limited number available in each area. So people need to take advantage and make sure they move as fast as possible.
Okay. Now, still speaking about Black Friday, how can people access information about the Black Friday properties? Are the details available online? And do they need to visit your offices? And we also know that with so many fake adverts that are actually online, how can clients be sure that they are dealing with official Horizon Black Friday campaign and not an imitation?
Okay, so for the Black Friday campaign, we have got different platforms ranging from digital platforms and also just the physical ones. So the physical ones, you shall know us by the vehicles that we drive. These vehicles are branded. No one should actually come to you to say I work for Horizon Properties in a vehicle that is not branded. And then you need to actually question, because our vehicles are branded. We actually wear branded attire. Our our shirts have got our logos and our IDs. So please, it's not a crime when you meet someone who tells you to say I work for Horizon. You can ask them, can I see your ID? It's not a crime, because you want to just identify and be sure that, okay, you are dealing with the right people. Because we always say, buy land from the people you know, buy land from Horizon Properties. So you cannot buy land from Horizon Properties if you don't know us in the first place. So please endeavor to know us. So physically, you can know us by the vehicles that we drive, the attire that we put on, but also please know our locations, where we're located in terms of our physical addresses. So we do have offices in Kablonga, which is just around Tindo Road, just by Old Kablonga Shopping Center on the second floor. So when you come to Old Kablonga Shopping Center, the second floor, you see actually our branding materials there. You will know to say, okay, this is where Horizon Properties is. Away from our Kablonga offices, we also have our head office, which is in Woodlands, just right opposite Woodlands Primary School there. So there, if you want to access our construction services, that is the right office that you need to visit. But away from our head office, we also have offices within town, just around Katondo Street, on the alley behind Lusaka Hotel. There, if you are working within town and you feel due to congestion for you to get from town to get to our Kablonga offices or our Woodlands offices, you can simply actually just come to our town office. You receive the same services that you still receive from our Kablonga office. And then for the purposes of those that would want to take advantage of the digital space, we do have our presence on Facebook. So Facebook has got quite a number of platforms that we have. We do have our main page, which is Horizon Properties Limited page. That is where we post different kind of products that we have, be it a farm, be it a house, an incomplete house, plots. There, it's actually a one-stop shop, okay? So there, you'll be able to actually find different products that we sell. But for Black Friday as well, all the materials, all the products that are actually on our Black Friday promotion, you'll be able to find them on our main page, which is Horizon Properties Limited page. Away from Horizon Properties Limited page, we do have a platform that is exclusive for residential plots. There it is Horizon Properties Residential Plots. In as much as that platform is dedicated for residential plots, we're actually posting everything to do with Black Friday. So if you don't actually find information on our main page, you can still find it on our residential page. Away from our residential page, we do have another page that is exclusive for farmlands. That is Horizon Properties Farmlands. Okay, so Horizon Properties Farmlands as well, you have all the information to do with Black Friday there. Apart from our farmlands page, we also have the platform for the Horizon Green Village project. In as much as that platform is dedicated to the project itself, we are also posting information about our Black Friday. So you can still find information there. And then we also have our Homes TV platform. We are also actually posting information pertaining to our Black Friday. So you have quite a variety of platforms where you can find information pertaining to this promotion that we're actually talking about. But please, those are the only platforms where you're going to find information about our promotion. Apart from those that I've actually mentioned, please, you need to question and verify, okay? And through how you can do the verification, you can actually call us on our numbers. So on my number is 077-9707-215. I'll repeat the number, 077-9707-215. You can actually call us to verify the information about the Black Friday. Maybe I'll allow Adrian as well to just shout out his number so that people can be able to reach him as well.
My number is 0770-002756. So you simply call me or text me or WhatsApp me on the number 0777-002756.
Okay, so that is Adrian's number. But if you want to also speak to the ladies, obviously there are some of us that would feel comfortable to just get the voice of a lady. You can actually Florence on 0975 09 5233. I will repeat the number 0975 09 5233. That is Florence number. But away from Florence, you can actually speak to Chance. Obviously, you are a glimpse of how she sounds on radio. In case you want to still hear the same voice, you can actually reach out to Chance on 077 64 09 841. I'll repeat the number 077 640 9841. That is the number for Chansa. But above all, we also have our office lines. So if you want to reach out through our offices, we have got our Kablonga line, which is 211 260 422. I'll repeat the number 211 260 422. That is our Kablonga line. But also our town line, in case you want to reach us through our town office, we also have our office line for town, which is 211 226902. I'll repeat the number 211 226902. That is the line for our town office.
Thanks so much, Derek. Adrian, as we close the show this evening, what are your closing remarks and what can people look out for?
So much to look out for this Black Friday. Exciting deals that, of course, we've put up for sale on discounted prices. And what I would want to urge the listeners out there is that please do not shy away. Also, please make that move and come through. Come through to our offices, call us on the numbers that have been given, check us out on Facebook. There's a lot that you can get once you get in touch. So information is there, and I know, with time, we'll be able to, of course, roll out other means and other ways under which you will be able to get information about this particular promotion. For instance, we'll be doing the circulation of the catalog through the papers very soon. So please look out, either early next week or late this week. Please do look out for that particular circulation of the catalog so that you can actually get to see these particular prices that we talk about on radio. But otherwise, like I always say, for everything discussed on the show, or if you have any questions with regards to real estate, investment, or anything real estate, please send us an email to info@thehorizonproperties.com and we'll gladly respond to that.
All right, thank you so much. Always a pleasure to have you guys from Horizon Properties. Thanks so much for coming here.
It's always a pleasure being here.
Okay. There you have it. That's it for today's episode of the Property Focus Radio program. Be sure to catch us next week on Tuesday, just after 18:30 by